The aim of your first task is to get a feel for the car. I'll ask you simply to accelerate from a standing start and then bring the car to a halt in a controlled manner. Points will be given for stopping as close to the line as possible.
Hi, welcome to another Retro Rewind, and this time we're heading back to the PlayStation 1 and Colin McRae Rally. So, Colin McRae Rally was alongside the original TOCA and the original Gran Turismo, part of what I consider to be a kind of holy trinity of the birth of sim racing on certainly the PlayStation and possibly even console itself. Now, that's not to say that the original Colin McRae or the other two titles would stand up as sims these days. They wouldn't, and that's particularly true of Colin McRae. But what it does do is it introduce that kind of concept and that kind of idea, and for their day, 1997 in the case of Colin McRae Rally, they were quite a revelation on the consoles in question, very different from anything that had come before, particularly Colin McRae Rally, because as far as I'm aware, this is the first time that you really had single car on a stage, point-to-point timed events. Most rally titles before that were very arcade of the day, with either head-to-head or multiple cars on stage at once racing against each other, and they kind of bucked the trend with that. And well, let's be perfectly honest, the number of rally titles we've had across all platforms since then that actually aim to be a simulation of real rally kind of goes to show they got it right. Had a good number of vehicles available for it, and also had a good number of rally locations in it. Now, one interesting piece of trivia that not everybody will necessarily know is this particular copy of the game is a 2000 reissue of the 1997 original. And you can tell that in one of two ways. One is that on all the splash screens, the year 1998, which is when the original was set, it was supposed to be the 98 rally season, is replaced with the year 2000. And the other one is that for reasons I'm yet to discover, so if anybody knows, please do drop it down in the comments below, the Monte Carlo rally was renamed the Rally of Austria, for the reissue in 2000. As I say, I don't know why, but it was, but it's still exactly the same as the Monte Carlo stages from the original. Also, the Impreza loses some of its yellow stripes in some markets for this particular reissue as well, which again is a little bit unusual, but that one I suspect is down to cigarette advertising, because it was 555 cigarettes branding on the car at the time. So yeah, you've got a good number of locations, 5 or 6 stages per location. Some of them have a super special stage as well. Cars fall into the what was kit car category at the time, the WRC cars, and then 4 additional cars as a kind of bonus to unlock. I'm going to show a couple of those on here as well. One interesting thing that this title did also have that could be accessed via a cheat code was a 60 frames per second mode, which I'll include some footage of now. And if you look at this, it really did, similar to the 60 frame per second mode that could be unlocked in the original Gran Turismo, it really had to pare the graphics down massively for this. Where it does differ from the original Gran Turismo one was, though, that only gave you one stage, which was one of the Route 5, I think, for Super Special Route 5, which was a night stage which allowed them to hide a multitude of sins in it. Interestingly, in Colin McRae Rally, you can switch on the 60 frame per second mode via the cheat code and utilise it on any stage at any location you want. And as you can see here from Corsica, it really does play havoc with both the screen tearing, the polygonal build of it, and the amount of pop-in is quite frankly atrocious. It really is. But it shows how far things have come in this regard and what was being aimed for at the time. So there we go, that's Colin McRae Rally. It was good fun to get back to it, being perfectly honest, and very enjoyable. It was in some ways still quintessentially an arcade title wrapped up in this kind of like simulation element. You can see where they hedged their bets on it as well, because the progression side of things, there was still a lot where you had to unlock stages and new locations by placing high in the current location you're in and being able to unlock them that way. And it's a similar story with the cars in here as well. All I'll say for this one is, and my time is, thank God for cheat codes. They certainly made previewing this one and having a bigger look at it much easier. But yeah, it's still a fun title. It still actually plays fairly well, being perfectly honest. It is very arcade now, but it's quite enjoyable for what it is. And I had some good fun getting back to this one. And you can see why at the time it made such a big impact on the world of console racing titles and rally titles in particular. So there we go. That's a retro rewind look at Colin McRae Rally for the original PlayStation. If you've got your own memories of it, please do drop them down in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe away and hit that bell icon to be notified when new content gets uploaded. Thanks very much. Bye.